So when we come to presentation, we are always speaking about answers. But what really matters is the questions. If you don't ask the right kind of question, the right kind of answers won't come. So the questions may vary from person to person, but fundamentally, so who is your audience? That's the first question. Because without knowing who we are going to deal with, we can't deal with anything else. Sorry, sorry. I'm not going to edit it. First, I wanted to see these things can happen, but how you handle it is everything. Here, what you have done is the first thing is goal. Goal and sense. What we are trying to say is, what is your mission, vision? Because without setting that, who are we going to deal with? What are we going to deal is not important, or it won't come in a proper way out. Issues. Issues can be taken as a problem statement in terms of technicality. Issues can be taken as a social mindset at that point of time. For example, we can speak about any topic, but let us say there's a flood in the state. Everybody is going to speak about it. Ah, almost everybody have some relatives in Chennai and around. Coimbatore will not be affected by floods. We are very well settled here, hopefully. So when there is a issue which is really taking people, we need to address it. Sometimes subtly, sometimes we can use our seminars to address it if the points are coherent to the present situation. Of course, the audience that we saw as a third thing. Now, the second and third put combined is the fourth one, the mindset. Mindset of audience is not always about the issues alone. Let us say you have a real good lunch, and the post lunch session is not an easy thing to do. Everybody is full means what to do? Full in the stomach means it's very difficult to get them. But we need to, that is the goddamn job. So we need to be active. We can have different kind of sessions. For example, we can have a physically active session. We can use a ball or a frisbee. If you're athletic enough, you can throw the ball around. You can do something. Audience can be interactive and active also. One small thing is we can have some games where the winners can be given a gift or something. It can be as small as a chocolate, as big as a bouquet, or anything, depending upon your pocket and their need and your budget. So we need to keep that very clearly. That, and when you speak about the same topic, sometimes on the same day, 10 of them speak about the same topic. That's the best way to get the audience educated and the worst way to get them bored. No, that's the best way to get them bored also. Because what are you going to speak? So in the beginning itself, if you go and say, these are the aspects that I'm going to speak, which have not been covered, this can give you a huge audience because you're going to touch something they want. You're going to touch something that they didn't see from the morning. You're going to be there with them for some time, which they will vouch for because it's new. The last thing is action. Action is the session, actually. So what we do in the session, when we prepare a PPT, when we prepare a questionnaires, when we give them a round of activity, role play, we need to be very clear which comes when because the session need to be balanced. We can't have the beginning of the session with extreme interactives and all these things and slowly move it to the lecture mode. The best way is we mix it in a certain way so that everybody will get something in a certain time. periodically. Of course, depending upon the audience pulse, we need to change everything. We need to be spontaneous with that. I am. That's how I desire. So these six questions: goal, issues, audience, mindset, messages, action. These are not different things. Same thing, like your fingers. It's a hand. If you make a fist, it's a hand. But every finger has its own beauty and its own job. If you need to start a motorcycle, if you need to press a horn, if you need to get your clutches, they have different things. If you are a musician, I wanted to understand this. This entire mirdangam is played with just these six fingers. Just this six. Dabela, you use even this part, but mirdangam is just six fingers. But every finger is specific and has a specific job. And they make a whole different by itself. Maybe one day we can give you a musical presentation. I'm not such a great player, but one day we can give you that also if needed. So this is like a brainstorming that you have all these things with you that you know what you're going to do in this form and way. This is very important. If we need to present anything to a certain level, we need this. The best way is you can have a mock audience before meeting them. You can have audience of that age group and mindset. You can give them a few questionnaires. You can interact with them. You can keep them in a certain way so that you can understand what is happening. So these mock drills can help you a lot. It's a kind of a preparation and a mock presentation also, but not exact presentation. This is to research ourselves on the audience. This can be of a huge use when you go out and reach, especially audience outside the country, or if you meet somebody like uh, a complete different culture. There's a TV show I wanted to say this. Who became a billionaire? Millionaire. It's a kind of a talent show in the UK. There is this fellow called Sapando or something. He's an African. He went to UK to compete in the show. I think it is Who Got Talent UK. He's a stand-up comedian, and in this stand-up comedy, he would say this: if you're trying to wear all these black cloths to show you lean, but in Africa, if you see a man who is fat, the first question people ask you is, where did you get the food from? They're very happy to see a fat man because food is a very big issue. If you look at this entire stand-up comedy of this Sapando, you will see how satirical he has got. And you should look at the response, and he won that show. In one way, it is comedy, one way it is tragedy. If I want to quote Charlie Chaplin, I can quote this: life is a tragedy in close shot, and it's a comedy in long shot. Well, that was Charlie Chaplin. He was working with the basic cinematography at his time. I can understand his point of view. That is his presentation of life in two lines. What is your presentation of life? I don't know. It is up to you. So get there before time is done. Okay? Thank you.